What do you see? Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Well, the fog is still here, but it seems to be lifting a little bit. It is pushing 11 o'clock in the morning now, so I wanted to get this second video made and talk about a few more things. So, these dogs are so funny. All right. What do we always talk about, right? What is the mantra that preppers talk about all the time? They talk about beans, bullets, and band-aids, right? Food, weaponry, and medical supplies. It's all you really hear about when it comes to prepping. So other things that you do need to be thinking about when it comes to prepping. And I wanted to talk about a couple of those things today in this video. What we have to understand is, the connotation of prepping, people label it as, people are crazy, these people are nuts, and all this type of stuff, and all those things. But that's not the case. That's not the case. It's being prepared for the worst and hoping for the best. And I think that is an important aspect of what everybody should be doing. Just trying to be as ready as you possibly can be, not knowing what's going to happen. So trying to give yourself every advantage that you can. So what are some of the other things that we should be looking at to give ourselves an advantage? Tactically, right? Let's think about tactically advantage. Body armor is a huge thing. When SHTF happens, it is most likely going to be very violent, and if you are able to better protect yourself by having body armor, you're going to give yourself an advantage. Now, that doesn't mean you go out and act stupid and run around and think, well, I can't be hurt at all, because you can get shot a whole lot other places other than center mass. But it's going to offer you a form of protection in a situation like that. So it's definitely a good thing to have. I have had both plate armor, which is 1/2-inch steel, and I'm going to tell you what, that's heavy. That is very heavy. It's awkward. If you can get the ceramic body armor, I would absolutely suggest that. Another thing I would suggest that you absolutely should have is night vision. If you can afford to get some, I would highly recommend it. Again, it gives you a huge tactical advantage. So that is something that I really think that you should be looking at as well. Another underlooked aspect of prepping that some people talk about it, but not as much as you would think, is comms, communications. So having a ham radio to be able to just listen, see what's going on out there is a good thing. Being able to have walkie-talkies. So while you are locally in your area and you have your group, you're not having to worry about shouting at each other, that you're able to communicate with each other and, to find out what's going on. Those type of advantages are hugely important as well. So let's go with another aspect of prepping that you should really be doing. Seeds. I have said many times, we are not going to be hunters in a post-event because the woods will be hunted dry. We will be growers and gatherers, which means while our seasons are in play, in whatever part of the country, if you're in the south, you got a little bit more of an advantage as far as growing goes, but then you're also dealing with the heat and those type of things. But gathering and growing food, storing, canning, so canning jars are a huge aspect. Being able to know how to can, water bath canning, canning meat if you need to now while you can. Those are advantages as well in getting those things squared away and being able to continue to do those things in a post-event. If you in a post-event, you're still going to be able to water bath can, even when everything else has gone to crap, because there's going to be that advantage of being able to do that. So those are important aspects of it as well. And and it's really started. You can still see the fog. I'm sorry, I'm just distracted a minute here. You can still see the fog over there, but it is definitely off of this area now, and even up through here looks better as well. So that's kind of cool. I don't know, just something to share. Just looking at it, going, "Ooh, that's kind of neat." But anyway, you know, these are aspects that people need to think about. You know, it's not just the basics. There's a lot more to it, and anything that you can do that is going to help you and the people that you care about survive is a good thing. You know, here's a thought as well. Even here in West Virginia, obviously it can get very hot. So if you have something in place underground where even if you know, there's no air conditioning, whatever the case may be, that you can go to cool off. Underground is always going to be 58 degrees. So that's another thing that's a huge factor, is to be able to go someplace where it's going to be cooler. And if it's really hot, that you could go underground if you needed to sleep, and those type of things. Keeping yourself hydrated, being able to make sure that you have fresh water. That's another huge factor. I'm going to tell you right now, and I've talked about this many times, but in a post-event, the biggest killer of people is going to be dysentery. You would think that it would be people dying because they're killing each other and all those type of things, but that's not the case. The biggest killer is absolutely going to be dysentery. Drinking tainted water, having diarrhea, then you get sick, no way to treat it, and you die. It's going to happen over and over again. So being able to have ways to process water, multiple ways to process water. So what do I suggest, right? Well, and I have no affiliation with these ones that I'm going to mention, but the Catadine water system, it is a lightweight backpack for camping, weighs less than a pound, and it can filter a tremendous amount of water, like 10,000 gallons of water. The other thing I would recommend is a big Berkey, you know, the Berkey water filters. You just buy the filters. You can make a water filter out of plastic buckets if you have to. But having those filters is a huge aspect, and it's going to make a big difference when the time comes. There are pills that you can get that will purify water. There is the Sawyer, the mini Sawyers, and those type of things as well. Those are also good things to have. So having multiple ways to purify water so that you're not drinking tainted water and getting sick and dying is another huge aspect of things. So there's many things that go into prepping, but I'm just giving you a few examples if you're trying to look for an advantage. See, any prepper at the end of the day, folks, any prepper out there at the end of the day, all we're looking for is that edge, that advantage, to give us, put us in a better position than the rest of the people out there. And that's really important. And so people don't think about that. They really don't. And but it's a huge part of everything, and people really should be thinking about that, because it can make a huge difference if you make it or not. And like I said, to me, the simple thing is having a 2-week supply of food and water, and it gives you an advantage over 93% of the people in this country. Why would you not do that? If you don't do anything else, if you don't do one other thing as far as prepping goes, why would you not do that? Makes sense, doesn't it? It's just one small aspect, but it's an important one. Well, anyway, folks, I am going to jump off here. I'd like to hear your feedback on this. What are your thoughts? Am I out of my mind, or am I right on the money? If there's other things that you can think of that, believe me, the list can go on and on, from tools to rechargeables, and all those type of things. There's off-grid solar system, right? Huge advantage as well, as long as there's not an EMP. So definitely want to hear your feedback. I hope you all have a great day. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. All right. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, only you can stop you from reaching those goals. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.